Which radio station is the hottest? And if it's sweet like honey, then I got it. If you don't tune in, then you're wrong. Honey, cause you know what's really going on. So tell me something good, tell me something good. You better turn up the volume in every hood. Which clubs really pop? Who clothesline rocking? Which show should I be watching? Red Bump.
What's up, guys? Welcome inside the closet. It's another night. We are coming to you, Honey's Closet, with my beautiful host, Miss Vixx. What's up, girl?
Hey.
And I got the one and only, my mentor, the Grand Puba of radio. I like that, Mr. Chris Bass. How are you doing, Chris?
The hearty boom, shakalaka, ladies. How you doing?
Oh, amazing. So is everybody doing pretty good?
Yep, hanging in here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, Chris, you are officially inside the closet.
Officially, yeah. I feel great.
you?
Nothing happens to me yet. We just got started, so I feel wonderful.
Well, we're going to take care of you. We're going to make sure you're good. We're not going to let nothing happen to you inside the closet, I promise. I mean, well.
You got a lot of space in here, so we're wonderful.
Yeah, it's it gets a little dicey, but I know that you can handle it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think I could, yeah.
Yeah, so tonight we got a fun show set up for you. We have a crazy, this email, Chris, me and Vixx went long and hard about this, but we're like,
Did I hear it? You've told it to me?
Yeah, you don't remember? We talked about this in depth.
Oh, yes.
Should we or should we not talk about the email back? Okay.
Yeah.
This is one that may, hey family, Street News Now is watching. Hey. So it's a little dicey email, dear honey. So we'll get into that momentarily. We have a topic, the craziest pickup lines or the craziest things somebody's ever said to you to pick you up or to hit on you. We have that, and then later on we're going to play a fun game of Never Have I Ever. Chris, have you ever played that before?
Nope.
Uh-oh. Are you ready?
Nope.
I'm
looking forward to it. We talked about that in the pregame, so I'm looking forward to it, yes.
Okay. And if you're watching and you want to play along with us at the end of the show, send me your email. Chime in and send me your email, and we we'll pick you. You can come on in and you can play live with us a game of Never Have I Ever. It's going to be fun. But before we get started with all that, it's time to go into what's going on around the world. So first of all, I want to send our condolences out to the Braxton family.
Yeah.
The loss of their sister Tracy Braxton, who lost her battle with cancer. That's so scary and so sad. And I pray for her family and her children.
Yeah.
That
was a shock to me. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a shock. I mean, it's so sad. And she was 50 years old,
Wow.
50 years old. So we're sending out those prayers to her. Did you guys happen to been watching the news and see that Jussie Smollett was sentenced to 150 days in jail?
Okay, so
yeah, go ahead, Vixx. I'm sorry.
No. I'll be honest, I don't even know who that is.
You don't know who Jussie Smollett is? The one?
Good for you. Good for you. You don't know how damn lucky you are.
Really? I'm like in the box bubble over here somewhere. Okay, so yeah, explain.
No, he's the one that orchestrated he got beat up in Chicago, leaving a Subway sandwich spot, and these guys threw bleach on him and beat him up. And
what?
Because he's gay or something. And he had the whole gay community coming out and wrapping their arms around him and coming to find out allegedly that it was all a hoax.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
So he was sentenced.
So what was the purpose of that? Okay.
I don't know.
Wow.
He was sentenced to 150 days in jail. He was in court. He did this outburst of, I'm not suicidal. I'm not suicidal. If anything happens to me, I didn't do this.
Oh, I get killed. Yes, I'm
no, the judge sentenced me because I'm a black man. Dude, here's what I'm going to say to black.
He's black too? I didn't know that too. Oh.
Yeah. here's what I'm gonna say to people, and Chris, I want you to chime in on this, but
Mhm.
we know how it is right now on the streets being African American or black, or whatever you decide to be called. So stop doing stupid shit to get yourself, because they're gonna put your black ass in jail. So stop doing stuff to get put in jail. Sometimes I get you can't help circumstances, but come on.
Did it just get away from him? I mean, he just what? Okay,
Yeah, it's just a
that's
crazy
just.
story. Chris, what is your thoughts on that?
First of all, I lived in Chicago all my life. Okay. And when it comes to the winter time, this happened 3 years ago in February in this city. When it's 25 below zero outside, anytime you nickname a weather, we call it the hawk. That's how cold it gets.
Wow.
So anytime you, no matter who you are, you could be a transplant or someone lives there. Some of the time, because he was living here when he was doing the show Empire, because they filmed a lot of their scenes and their time here in Chicago. You would not go out for anything. You would not leave. It is not worth leaving your place or residence 25 below zero outside to get a Subway sandwich.
Right.
It's not that serious.
It's
Really.
not
And so, see, that was a bold-faced lie to begin with when he lied about that. Being here is highly democratic when it comes to political views is concerned. You would rarely find somebody walking around with a MAGA cap on during this time. And also the fact that the whole thing was sketchy to begin with. Again, I said 3 years of all this man-woman power investigations. They could have went somewhere else in this city. He deserved everything that he got. The judge, James Lynn, who was the one who presided over, he tore him down from beginning to end. It was a half hour. And most judges, this is not anything under the sun, most judges would tell you the breakdown after the whole trial's over with. So he just got recorded. That's all it was. He would have trials, in real life, outside of television. The judge always does that. And he said he was, pretty much a charlatan, that his name was associated with being a lie and everything else. And he deserved it because the man tried to use opportunity to lie, to cheat and steal. As I said, he was part of the law firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. Advanced his career and didn't do any good. It didn't do any good whatsoever. So I feel no remorse for him. And he had that outburst at the end. I respectfully disagree with you, Judge. But he still look. My dad always told me, get your lie right.
Right.
He got his lie right. Everything he did was proven in court. So people could go on social media and said justice for Jussie Smollett and everything else. I do not agree. The man lied. The man was trying to advance his career and did not. So he went on. Remember, he went on Good Morning America and lied about it. He went on national television lied. So I feel no remorse for him. So he's going for 150 days in jail. Then he does the time, of course, you get the ankle bracelet on and somebody's monitoring and stuff like that. His family has no other choice but to support him. They know he ain't right. Any family member knows when you know a brother or sister who is not right, or the old folks said back in the day, that baby's touched in the head. They know they're not right. You can't to say they ain't right because now you co-signing what's going on. Yeah. It's a travesty because there's two older brothers, older sister, the grandmother came out to speak out. And
she
then
looks good for 92.
Hey man, whatever she's doing out in the game, man, look, whatever she's doing, she's the ball that and sell it.
Yes, because she looks hella good.
She looks great. And then you some random dude at the end, some trench coat dude, power to the people. I don't know who he, probably some distant relative. They don't want to acknowledge, but the whole thing was a circus, and I just believe he got what he deserved.
Yeah. Well, they put him in a psych ward.
Oh, really? Well, so what were you saying about advance his career? What does he do?
Well, he's an actor. So he plays. Have you ever seen Empire?
Yeah.
So he played on Empire as the brother on Empire, which was a phenomenal show. Okay. And he's a great actor. So I don't know what he was trying to do because I felt like he was a standout actor. I felt like he would get other roles based off of his role on Empire.
Well, you just said he got put in a psych ward. I mean, I don't know what's going on there.
Well, I think because how he was acting when they put him in, he was like, I am not suicidal. I did not do this to me. If anything happens to me, I did not do this to me. And I'm like, dude, you only got so this is my next question, because he only got 150 days, which is what, 5 months? I don't know how the laws are in Chicago. In LA, he would do probably 2 months.
What's the actual crime? I mean, what did they sentence him for? What did they say?
What was the actual crime? What was he found guilty of?
Well, it was that he had to pay restitution, which was $120,000.
Restitution.
Right. Well, for pretty much he's paying the man and woman hours that were wasted for the past 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that and the time you have to serve. The thing about it is there are other serious crimes like race crimes, like homophobic crimes that are real. This man took advantage of the opportunity to align himself, because all it was a homophobic hoax. That's what it was. And again, you look at the whole. Once going back to what Judge James Lynn said in the court, he told him what you've done was pretty much set up like a play.
Yeah.
You wrote out the script. You got the actors.
Wow.
Brothers. You got them to get the props, the rope, the hats, the bleach, all that crap and everything else. You played it out like a script, like a movie.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
Yes, the whole thing was an elaborate hoax. It really didn't make any sense whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Well, so do you think he'll do the whole 5 months, or do you guys have that, because out here in California, you get 5 months, you'll probably do 2, maybe 2, especially right now. Because in
California, do a couple months.
In California, they've, I don't know if they reinstated it, but there's no bail. So if you commit a crime, unless it's like a heinous, like murder or something, you just get out. Like, they don't really hold you in LA, at least LA County. And so if you get 5 months, you'll probably maybe do 2.
I was thinking he probably would have got probation then. If he's only got 5 months, but he don't get
I don't know in Chicago
jail time.
He might do the whole time, only because the fact, the caveat also here in the city and the state, we have a state's attorney named Kim Foxx. When this happened years ago, Kim Foxx turned a blind eye to the whole thing and had him pay $100,000 and some time community service. And for her to be state's attorney, that was a no-no. And even after the whole thing went down just this past Friday, she said that the whole thing was a kangaroo court situation.
Oh, okay.
The state's attorney. So how are you aligned with Jussie Smollett?
Yeah.
To get away the first time, and then you fast forward to what happened recently, and you go against your own system in the state of Illinois. So that whole thing is messy. So there's a lot of technicals that are going on around here. That's the main thing that State's Attorney Kim Foxx would say, that justice would not serve when it came to him.
Oh, okay. All right, Kim. We'll see how that goes for you. So, moving right along. One more thing before we get into our Dear Honey, Chris, I also want to give you the spotlight because, again, you along with Lee Michaels are my mentor in radio. And so it's very important that I succeed at this because I don't want to make you guys look bad, but I want you to tell everybody that's watching exactly what you do and how you got started. So before we go into that, Kanye West. So, I had to work really hard and being nice about this. So anyways, Kanye West has been in the news again because, initially so Kim is legally single and he was sending out threats in a song. He did a song with The Game, threatening Pete Davidson, who is the guy who's dating Kim Kardashian right now. And so now recently he has came out and threatened comedian D.L. Hughley. And basically,
he's unleashed, huh? He just unleashed.
Yeah, he basically said to D.L. Hughley, says, "I can afford to hurt you."
Wow. And what? Why is he lashing out at him?
So D.L. Hughley did an interview with Vlad TV not long ago, and he basically said that the threats and everything that in the actions of Kanye West, like people are just giving him a pass. Like a lot of people. Even his sponsors are just like not seeing any other body their sponsors would be pulling out. Kanye has been just real disturbed behavior. And so he's been stalking her and threatening the boyfriend, Pete Davidson. So he came out and said, it's not funny, like this is not funny, his actions towards Kim Kardashian. And while we're sitting up here laughing because it's Kim Kardashian. He said if it was my daughter, it would be a whole different
It'd be a
outcome.
problem, yeah.
So Kanye, I guess, heard this interview and he stepped out and, basically came towards D.L. Hughley and saying, I can afford to hurt you, and called him a drug addict. So D.L. Hughley responded by saying, you have all these goons supposedly that can, take me out, but you don't have anybody who could get your prescriptions filled. And so,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. So
that's where I'm at on that.
Hey, girl, hey, I'm sorry. I'm getting messages.
No, that's where I'm at on that. Like,
so yeah, what do you think about, like, I think somebody needs to stop Kanye. And, because what's going to end up happening is he's going to end up threatening the wrong person. And as we speak, I hear that Pete Davidson asked Kanye West to privately meet man to man in alleged text exchange. Because
but he's always been kind of, you know what I mean, just out there, just doing, like you said, just kind of getting away with just acting just crazy and doing his own thing and just whatever. Nobody really says too much about it. I mean, they talk about it, but it's not anything done about it, and it's not right. He can't be doing that kind of threatening people and stuff. There are repercussions for things, So yeah, he needs
the wrong person, because he threw out that he knew that D.L. Hughley lived in Calabasas. And
but he's threatening him. I mean, he's saying, I can afford to hurt you. That's a real threat. So
everybody's not going to take that threat lightly.
That's a threat, though. Exactly, it's a threat. So, and you're saying it right there, out in the open like that. You can't.
Right.
No. What does that really mean? You got to take stuff seriously. You don't know people these days. You don't know. I mean, they're like on the edge like that, about to snap. You don't know what's going on.
Well,
he can't take maybe his separation, divorce, and he's just
he's
not
narcissist.
Taking it.
He's a narcissist, and he left. And as soon as he left, he had a girlfriend. And then when Kim did her,
he wasn't exactly. It's not
now he's mad,
right?
Because he's not. Narcissists, they can't take not being in control.
Dish it out, but they can't take it. Yeah, that's
absolutely.
That's just the way it
Chris,
is.
what do you think?
There's
another one from your hometown.
I know, which is sad. There's an old adage that says, any press is good press, or any good PR is good PR. I don't think so when it comes to Kanye. I, as a person who watched Kanye work from the beginning, his College Dropout was a masterclass CD. He had changed the game literally. And to see him evolve into this fucked up ass individual he is right now, it breaks my heart. Not because he's Chicago. I would feel that for any human being that I feel obviously is talented, but it's the fact that, me personally, you have a beef with me, call me. I can give you my number. We can go over the phone or meet in person. We can't meet in person nowadays because of all COVID stuff. But even back the day before COVID, we can meet up and we'll do it face to face or over the phone. Nowadays it's all social media. So everybody got beef on social media because it's safe. You can be a punk, you can be a bully, stuff like that. But I don't believe in putting your business out on Front Street. Now, that's just me. Having said that, there's people out there like Kanye and Pete Davidson and other people who put it out there the way they do. I think it's messy. I think it's definitely not the thing to do, but that's the way we communicate nowadays.
It's very childish too. It's just silly. Yeah.
It is very childish. So again, like the whole thing I was reading about between Kanye and Pete Davidson. So they going back and forth. And then I saw the exchange where Pete Davidson's like, I'm sleeping with your wife. See, we don't need that. But see, certain of us don't have to do that, and a lot of us do. So we don't have. You can cut it between who you are as a person and can you separate yourself from social media.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and I'm not 100% sure, but when this first started, Pete Davidson never said anything. He did not respond to Kanye West in the beginning. He was very quiet. Kanye mentioned him about hurting him in a song with the Gang. And so if he did say this, and maybe this is my bad girl hood coming out, good for him for saying I'm sleeping, because that's something I would say.
After a while,
I got your husband. So why you mad at me? You mad at me because I'm sleeping with your husband, or I'm gonna say ex, because I don't sleep with nobody's husband. But you mad because now I'm with him and you not. I would say something like that. So if he did say that after the fact, kudos to him, because Kanye's been coming for him since day one. But here it is that black man, I'm gonna go after, I don't know what he is, Italian or white or whatever. And we tend to think that everybody's afraid of us. And I hate that, because people, that's where we get that, that bad, black people are so aggressive, and we stop doing that shit. Kanye, you asked for this. You asked for this. So now that she's giving it to you, now you angry. Give me a break. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
That's true.
So, but I do pray that Kanye gets help, because I feel like he's threatening people, and one day those threats are going to go too far, and someone's going to not laugh at it. And if the people who are in Kanye's court on his people, his goons, or whoever he has, they should be trying to get him help, because somebody could possibly step out and hurt him and hurt them in between the time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we've heard this for years too, and I do subscribe to it. The death of his mother, Dr. Donde West, I really believe that had a lot to do with his trajectory.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
It affected him. He kind of lost it a little bit with all that, and not know how to handle that. Yeah, and he just kind of he just spun out of control after that. From that point,
it did.
Really.
It did. So, Chris, ladies and gentlemen, we have again the Grand Puba of radio in the closet tonight. He is the host of Baseline on Fridays, and for California, is that 3 p.m. or what is the Pacific Standard Time on that?
We don't get along too well, so that's okay. So I'm on Central Time, so that's 4 p.m.
So 4 p.m. Central Standard here on live on Facebook.
Time, I believe.
Former host of Power of the Voices, where I was at and where I met him, and also you were a host that is at WVON 1690 AM.
That's right.
Among his accomplishments, his list of accomplishments go, like, I'm on his page. I'm like, oh my God, I can't write all this down. So we're going to out, a couple of them. But I have to say this: Chris is that one person that I can call at any time and say, hey, I need help, make me look good, and he will take time to meet with me and talk to me and give me some pointers. And so, Chris, I thank you again. I love you. I thank you for always being there for me, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Mr., as I call him though, affectionately, the Bishop.
Thank you so much. I am a talk show host based out of Chicago. I've been doing this now going on 30 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's amazing, because I love what I do, and you do what you love. I knew what I wanted to do, to be in radio, when I was 6 years old. I knew then that radio was my calling. When I realized that I could not even get I loved basketball at one point, and I realized I couldn't even get in Division III basketball. So I figured, okay, let me shift my gears. Let me shift my gears going into radio, and I haven't looked back since. And so, to do talk radio, I knew that at 19. So there's pivot in my life about radio where I made certain shifts when I realized that become my calling. And so, like anything else, like any other profession, you delve into it, you train, you become baptized in it, and in time you turn around. And I've had great mentors over the years, and for me to have a couple of Obi-Wan Kenobis in my corner was very great and was very nice. And you turn around one day and you become Obi-Wan Kenobi is a blessing. So I don't take it for granted to be in a profession where it's highly competitive. And I gave this to my students while I was teaching at Illinois Media School, teaching talk radio. I said, what's unique that you can give to anything you do? It was a quiet among the class. I said, no, the answer is you. You're unique in anything you do. Once you embrace who you are, nobody can stop you.
See, why are we having this conversation? We just talked about this, did we not, right before we got on?
Talked about
and I admire people that can figure out what their calling is in life and be able to pursue that path, because I feel like I just have all these different things. And we were just having that conversation before we came on here. And I see somebody's talking. They're using him to talk. See?
Yeah. But here, before we go any further, I just want to shout out my cousin Keith G Money Guillory, who's watching. He says,
hey!
The closet back open again. Yes, the closet is officially back open. So love you, boo. We just had this conversation, and I was trying to tell her that sometimes it takes a little longer, for us to figure out exactly what our niche is. You know, sometimes it just takes a little bit longer, or what you want to do. And so sometimes we have to just keep pushing and not give up. I mean, you know, I'll be 24 in April. So
Happy birthday.
thank you. So it's a little bit longer than some to get that going, but you know, as long as you have breath, you wake up every day, it's an opportunity to go out there and make it happen, you know. And so
and he was saying that he knew it was his calling at 19. What made you decide? How did you know?
I want to know how you knew at 6.
You know?
So my
Yeah,
mom became a principal. Before that, she was a teacher. And so she would always bring home these, you know, things from school to learn from. Like one case he pointed as an example. I did not know that, for example, the Three Musketeers, you know, the novel, and The Man in the Iron Mask, that was written by a black man. He was black and French. And so I didn't know about this until my mom brought all these things home. So saying that, so when I was in school, from kindergarten on, we used to have a radio station. It existed, but they changed formats. It used to be owned by the Chicago Board of Education, called WBEZ. It is now a PBR station, a public broadcast radio station. Before that, at 8 o'clock at night, they would air old time radio programs. They had different ones every day, Monday through Friday. So one day, this is way before me, obviously, but I learned about the Lone Ranger being on radio and the Shadow being on radio and all these other different programs. So as a kid, I would listen to it. I would create my own radio plays, try to do voices, stuff like that, and sound effects. So I was drawn to it. At 6, going on in my later years as far as being a kid was concerned. 19 was different because now I'm in college. I was a radio major, but I was doing music. And so one day I hear a guy on the radio, his name was Ty Wansley. And Ty was doing a talk show from 5 to 9 a.m. on then WGCI AM. I was hooked immediately. I listened, and I don't know my own name until noon, but I knew that I would check him out from 5 to 9 that morning and became a fan ever since. I got a chance to meet the man. He became my mentor, my guiding light. He also was just one of those guys who took something in me to put me under his wing to learn. He became my Obi-Wan Kenobi, as I said earlier in the conversation. So,
Kenobi.
Right. So you got that, you're the young Jedi. You need guidance. So you need that.
That's good. Yeah.
Say that again, I'm sorry?
No, I said that's good to have. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Mentorship is vitally important. I highly believe in that. So those 2 points in my life related to radio just put me on the path to where I'm now talking to you two. And real quick, going back to Honey, when you know something from the standpoint of knowledge, you can't take it with you. Obviously, you have to pay it forward. Not everybody deserves it, because my skip language, got a lot of ignorant motherfuckers out here who don't take the message and they just don't understand it. So when Lee Michaels, our mutual friend, that's my personal guru, who told me about you, I said, well, cool. I said, look, I'll get a chance to check her out. And we got a chance to be on the Power of Voices. And I was like, look, if you're willing to listen, I'll help you out. And I've been there ever since. And so just the fact that, you have to be, in order to be a great anything, you have to be a great student first.
Right.
There is no wrong questions to ask. Any question you ask is going to be the right one. You have somebody that takes time to talk to you, to help you, to guide you. That right there is the blessing. So when Lee told me about you, it was just a matter of just, hey, we're going to connect. We're going to make it happen. Anything I can do to help you out, let's do it.
Yeah. And shout out to Lee Michaels. I absolutely love and adore him. He's always been there for me. I can go to him. And again, because of him, I met you. So I have both. I have 2 of the best to ever do it helping me in my corner. Real quickly, it says he definitely has a radio voice sounding like Kevin Slow Jam James. LOL. That's a compliment.
Oh, well, thank you. Keith, I appreciate it.
Carol's watching CeeLo. She says, keep G Money. He sure do.
Oh, thank you, Carol. Thank you.
He does have that voice. He does have the voice. So we're gonna come back to that, but we got to get into some juicy stuff real quick. So I have a real juicy Dear Honey email back question. So we chime in. We want everybody to give us their opinion about this. I might stay quiet on this, but
no.
So it says, Dear Honey, I was dating a guy for a while. We finally were going to be intimate, And right before I was going to give him a BJ, I realized he wasn't circumcised. And I believe my reactions embarrassed him. And since then, he hasn't anticipated sex with me anymore. How do I fix this sign? BJ gone bad.
Oh,
I wish you-
okay. Like, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Fellas.
Okay.
Carol says, let's not all talk at once.
Carol. Yeah, holy smokes and Jesus. I was always taught to think before I speak, so I'm thinking before I speak.
Okay, so Vixx, have you ever been with anyone that wasn't circumcised? And so I can't. If I speak, I gotta say something, and I don't want to.
No, but listen, some people. I mean, some people. Yeah, I don't know.
Keith say, "LOL, y'all a mess." Gee.
You don't want to offend the.
We're talking about the reaction. We're talking about the reaction, right? Is that what
okay, I'm gonna say this. It looks like a freaking pig in a blanket, right?
But you know what? But
again, we don't want to offend the uncircumcised community.
Yeah, because I mean, it's different. You know, I don't know if it's tested well. Yeah.
Somebody. Okay, so I have this question. I read this to someone else, and they said it looks like an anteater. So
yeah. I have I'll sit here in front. I've watched porn like most people do.
Okay.
Usually the guy is circumcised.
Okay.
But there are a couple of times where you just might see something else. And they probably got a whole category now. Because everybody's dividing the categories now. It comes to certain porn sites. You got this, you got that. And maybe they got like an uncircumcised penis category. I don't know. I don't check this stuff out. But sometimes I'm like, one time I was watching, wait a minute, he's not circumcised. Now, mind you, he get the job done. But still, it's a choice thing like anything else. I mean, if you feel comfortable with it, then that's cool. You know, when whoever you're going to be doing it with. But traditionally, because we've been told about, well, that's where you got the term head from, to a degree, because there's actually a shape like that in that type of stuff. I'm not saying that, once again, I'm not trying, look, any community, I'm not trying to offend. Again, I'm not trying to offend the uncircumcised penises community. The point is that you like what you like, or you might have to develop to like it. That's really a tricky situation. But if you like that person, or dare I say love that person, you have a conversation about it, and the intimacy will happen.
I think it's just like anything else. It's because we're used to one thing and something else is different. And so we take this mentality because the norm is this. There's so many different people in the world that have so many different characteristics, and there's so many things, you know, just because it's something we're just not used to. And we've been told, you know, I guess in the Gentile times, right? And then that was a cleanliness and this and that. So you have this idea that that's what you're supposed to do. But your parent is the one who pretty much chose that to not do that for you or whatever. And then when you get older, it's like it's more difficult to have that done. It's nothing wrong with it. You know, it's just that they say some people they say that it's more sensitive, and you have a
you gotta clean it, you gotta put it back and do all that. It carries more infection. I'm not knocking anybody.
It's what it is. You know, we all got different things. It shouldn't be looked at, I guess, as a defect of any kind or anything like that. But it is something that's not that we're, you know, what we're used to.
Carol says my first son's daddy. I guess
she just went and told all.
Just went and told everything. Son is religious. That's how my first son's dad parents were, because of religions. Exactly. Okay. So LOL, did you stop watching because he was uncut?
No, I didn't stop watching. No, I was watching for her.
For her.
Oh yeah, you had to put that point about this. Like, wait, hold on.
Here's the thing. some people don't believe in getting their son circumcised.
Right.
And look, we're not. I don't know what to say, guys.
Okay, I'll say this. Why would you choose to get him circumcised? What's the reason?
I'm
asking because of the norm, or because it's just what health?
It carries more bacteria. You have to pull it back in order to clean it more, right? It's just an extra, piece of skin that's on there. I don't know. We're hearing Vixx being politically correct.
Because I'm trying not to offend people. Because
we don't want to offend anybody. Okay, so when I was younger, I dated a guy. He wasn't circumcised. I had no idea because I was young, and I just thought it looked weird. Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's sad.
But so my opinion about it, I think it's best to get your son circumcised because not for our benefit, not for somebody looking at it crazy, but it does carry more bacteria. You do have to take extra precautions. You have to, this sounds really gross. You have to pull it back and clean around it and do all that stuff. If you want to, who wants to do all that stuff? I don't know. So if you're a woman and, like now you got to say, so did you pull it back and clean it? You put it in.
The same. Don't some countries have women where they're cut down there too? They're not. That's some other thing, right?
I don't know.
I guess that's anyway. But yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to be politically
correct. We talked about pickup lines earlier. Could you imagine the pickup line? Hey, baby, I'll pull mine back.
You gonna keep on pulling it back, my boo?
I'm out.
You gonna keep on pulling it back,
baby?
Here's what we gonna do. We're gonna put a rubber on top of the rubber, the little anteater.
Stop.
I'm sorry. I don't. What do you want me to say? I cannot sit here and not say.
Yeah.
So right now, Vixx, let's say you're out on the hunt and you meet a guy and he's not circumcised, you're going to be okay with that?
If I like the guy, because I'm not perfect either. It's not my preference, but and there won't be no debate going on. But I'm just saying,
pull it back. Okay, so
you're gonna tell me you meet the man of your dreams. This guy is like the best
man of my dreams.
No, wait. What if this guy? He's a really good guy. You're like, this guy is so awesome. Just like this girl had our issue, and then what you gonna do? You gonna stand up and say, "Oh no"? Is that what you're gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I'm a nurse. I can circumcise you.
Well, I would have preferred. We probably would have that conversation, like, "Hey, have you ever?"
My cousin said, "Don't let him put that little musty thing in you." Here's my question. So here's a question. What happens inside the closet stays inside the closet.
Yeah.
You meet a guy like her, and you guys are being intimate for the first time.
I wouldn't probably be doing that.
And a blowjob, and you see all this. What you gonna do?
No, I would. Now that I'll be honest, I wouldn't. I would be like, probably not.
You better suck y'all.
But how would you say? But how would you say it? What would you say? What would you say? Look, everybody needs love, right?
Yeah, but stop coming up with lint.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know because again, you don't want. He could be the man that's going to treat you the best in the world.
Well, yeah.
And, and so it's like we gonna have to So I don't know.
You know what? That's why your husband. You the next husband. I'm not even gonna put that.
Don't put that in my shit. Boo! I got you. I know how to do it.
I'd probably say, you know what? I'd be like, look, I get infections, so you're gonna have to get it cut. I'd say something. I'd come up with something. You gotta go to the hospital, but I'll bleed to death. No, you won't. You'll be just fine.
He said this shit is hilarious. Hey, do you know how to do closet? But what would you do? Like,
that's what I'm saying. What would you do? Would you
be a shock culture, right? You may be eventually like, okay, he's not circumcised. I can do this. Okay, come on, let me do this. But I don't know. I don't know.
It just has to be a super clean person. That's just really.
I can see you rolling your eyes back right now. Oh, let's get this over with.
I don't even know if we could go that far.
It's like, hey, we're gonna do this anteater fuck.
The anteater is out.
That's messed up.
Okay, Keith said the skin is back and smelled it before you put it in your. Well, that ain't even gonna go down, so I ain't got to worry about. It's just I'm not trying to offend anybody.
How you gonna say you done done it?
Already.
Okay, so let me cap on the women. I see. Matter of fact, Chris, I want to say it was somebody from the old crew on the Power of Voices that sent the video of the woman and her coochie lips were like rooster's beak. Was that not
okay? So let's go there. What would a guy do about that? Yeah, what?
This woman, she was standing up and she was like, her cooch was out, and her coochie lips were just sagging far down. You don't remember that picture? Somebody, I want to say it was what's his name? Al.
That's just as bad.
What's his name with the deep voice on the show with you guys before? The white guy?
Apollo.
I think Apollo sent it.
Oh hell.
And it was a lady in her cooch. She was just standing up posing, and her lips were sagging down like. And I literally just damn near cried. Like, is this something we got to look out for? Like, what the hell is going on? Why is her lips? They were just hanging like swinging, you know. And I'm like,
and them two got to be together, right?
And ain't no guy gonna go for that. Like a guy is not.
He will.
Well, the anteater dick dude would probably know.
What did you call it?
What happened?
What did you call it before?
The
two.
Anteater?
No, the two of them. I said them two of them would go well together.
Oh yeah, they probably will.
You had a name. You had a name.
I did?
Yes.
Oh, I did. What did I call it? I did. Wait a minute.
Oh my God. What would you think about that though? I don't know.
Skin twins.
Skin
twins.
Oh, holy smokes and Jesus.
So Carol says, okay, that's exactly what you got to do because you don't know what you're going to put in. Stop putting stuff in your mouth.
The two from the vagina situation. Vagina, that's right.
You don't remember that?
I do recall it a little bit. I really don't want to, but I'm trying to remember.
It was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that's just too much gravitational pull.
How does that even?
Literally, I wish I can. I'm gonna find this picture.
Oh no,
her coochie lips was hanging like a.
And then she's posing.
And she was out doing it like she was like balling. I'm like, girl, what are you? Put those things up.
Ugh.
It scared me. I started doing my Kegels like, oh shit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my God. Okay.
It really scared me. Like, what the hell?
Is that what we got to look forward to?
Yeah. Girl. That's scary.
Okay.
I don't know. If you're listening, you know, you're tuned in to Honey's Closet. We got the amazing Chris Bay sitting with us the whole show. That is a blessing. My girl Vixx. We're talking about men who are not circumcised. We had a Dear Honey letter that said she was with a guy, getting ready to be with the guy for the first time and getting ready to perform a blowjob and realized he wasn't circumcised. Would you do it? So would you do it, Vixx? If you were with a guy and you really
I just told you the answer. No, I'd probably come up with something.
I got a tooth.
I wouldn't be mean. I wouldn't jump out. I don't know. I think I would have probably know that beforehand, some kind of way though.
That's why it's very important to check things out.
Yeah, I mean, and then you got it. And then if you listen, I'm not going to count somebody. I probably won't be doing that, but I wouldn't just totally count them out. But I'd probably try to have a conversation about how we're going to have to take care of that.
I'd be like, where your mama at?
We got to have a conversation. Like, why'd you do
was your mama like? What is going on? What's going on?
Why? Just why? Mm-hmm.
But okay, boo. But so
what about you? You just gonna what? Not be with the guy? He's a great guy.
He's talking to the girl who got. You
gonna have a conversation at least and say
we'll talk about this. I'll answer this question in our Never Have I Ever because I got a juicy Never Have I Ever. So you'll know the answer then.
Oh my God!
Never Have I Ever coming up momentarily. Our topic.
Is that where it's at? Was that where we're at? Okay.
No, not yet. But we're going into our topic. The craziest pickup lines, and women have pickup lines too. So Chris, Vixx, the craziest pickup line somebody's ever said to you or you've said to someone.
I'm so boring. I don't have pickup lines. I'm so
Me
sorry.
either. I don't pick. Maybe that's why I'm single, because I don't pick up on men.
And then if they're picking up on me, I'm so oblivious to what they're saying. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, was that a pickup line? Oh,
I'm gonna tell you one of the ones that I hate.
Okay.
So how do I say this? So I'm a little heavy on the bottom, a little bit. And so I think guys think that it's okay to acknowledge that. And it's one of my pet peeves. Like, if that's all you see in me, so that's one I hate, when guys say, I remember one time a guy came up to me and my friend, we were at a bar, and he said, "Oh my God, what do a N-word got to do to get into them jeans?" And I said, "Guy,
Yeah, I had somebody say something about the hips.
you got to die first."
Yeah. Yeah. So what? Well, Chris, I mean, what have you used? Do you know which one of your lines is the
I
worst?
never use any lines. I swear, because this just sounds surprising to certain people, but I was very shy. I was a very shy teenager, a very shy young man at one point, because the way I sound now to everybody, I sound like that in my head. But you go into adolescence, nothing connects right. So in your head, you sound all nice and smooth and stuff. Then hey, baby, no, that it don't work. And so I just kept myself quiet, and every now and again, depending on how I felt, I would talk, but I would never use pickup lines because it wasn't me. Now I know guys who use it. What was the one that I was discussing? He used to tell, like, that don't make no damn sense. Baby, I drink your bath water. That is disgusting.
You know what? I actually had a guy that drank my bath water before.
She did too.
Oh,
yes. Isn't that crazy?
Well, I'm not gonna say he drunk it, but
he drank it.
No, he didn't
put it out there.
drink it, but I'm gonna put it out there. This is a guy I was dating, and we happened to be in the tub.
Okay.
And he put the water in his mouth and then sucked on my shoulder and let it come out his mouth. And it was the most sexiest thing, though.
Okay, that's not bad.
That's a little different, man.
Okay, totally, we talk about, dicks and coochie and stuff like that. We talk about a penis and coochie water soup.
Well, that's what it was.
Oh my God.
But he didn't swallow it.
Right. Well, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Not fat, no man.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I'm playing.
No.
I'm playing.
Speaking of, are we gonna have this? You got something I wanted you to share.
What?
We talking about pickup lines. What about the craziest things people say to you? Don't you got a little story? I put you last week under the, but I'm putting some pressure. You're gonna go ahead and bring this up. I want.
Oh my!
You have to, because I want Chris's opinion of.
I'm gonna be hated.
Please, come on.
Forgive me.
Nobody knows them.
Oh my God, Vixx, really?
Really? Come on. I mean, we just want an opinion because it just sounded so ridiculous.
Okay, what the hell? Look, nobody knows who you are, and I guess
trying to be nice. Go on and just
nobody knows who this person is, and let me just say this: he's a good friend. He's a friend, and I want to preserve the friendship. I thought that we would have something, but initially when I first met him, I told him, when he started trying to talk to me, I said, I am looking for someone, and the exact words I said was to court me. I want someone who's going to court me. I want to be dated, right? And so he said he was good with that. But then I was a little hard on him at first. So he said that I ran him off because I was a little tough. And then when he came back and tried to talk to me, it was a different type of, he kept, can I come over? Can I come over? And I don't do that. Like, you're not coming to my house. No one's going to just come to my house and live at my house. It's not going to happen. So I've told him, hey, I'm looking for someone who's going to court me. I'm going to be courted, and so I thought, if nothing else, we'll be friends. But he keeps, he's not, I told him he's not consistent in pursuing me. So he calls me periodically, but it's the same thing. Can I come over? Can I come spend a night? No. Then he says, I'm mean to him. I'm not trying to be mean to you. I think you're a nice guy, but I'm looking for someone who's going to pursue me. So one day he called me on video, and we were talking, and he kind of brought his hand forward, and I seen he had on like a red band. on his wedding hand. So I didn't say anything right away. And so finally I said, I said, are you married? Did you get married on me? And his response really shook me up. I never said anything to him, but it shook me up because he told me that, oh no, that he has a friend that's like a brother to him, and their birthdays are a day apart, and they're very close. Stop. And he bought him the ring, and so the guy bought him the ring, and he bought the brother a bracelet to represent each other or something. And
now, really,
that's why he wears the ring.
Now, really, on the ring finger.
On the ring finger.
Crickets.
So when he said this to me, I was thinking, wait a minute. This is a lie you come up with. You could have just came out and said, hey, some girl bought it and I liked it because it's red, and I was married and whatever. But to say a guy bought you
bro, got you
a little differently, like, are you telling me a guy bought you a ring and you're wearing it on your wedding finger? I don't know if he thought that through.
No.
So Chris,
come on, Chris, like what?
And it kind of really bothered me because I'm like, dude, do you not think because sometimes I think that he just thinks that I'm not intelligent.
You fall for anything.
I give him all due respect. Like, I think he's a really great person, but that
was ridiculous.
It was.
Yeah.
It's like, see, you can respect somebody, but do they respect you in return?
And that's what I'm saying.
Right, because it seems like you were supposed to be SOS and DOD, which stands for stuck on stupid and dangling on dumb. He thought that you were that type of person, so you fall for anything that he says. And that's just stupid to even. I don't think he thought it out. He just probably felt that I could tell her anything and she'll take it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, because I think he just.
Is that what you want to tell somebody? Like, so are you honestly saying a man bought you a ring? So what does that say about you? Or did you not think about this before you told me? Because that doesn't sound right.
I would go with both.
For sure.
And if you look, if that was the case, you come on and say, look, hey, I can tell you this, but I'm gay. And then leave it out there. Don't just talk about some man brought you a ring.
And you on your ring finger.
Finger, right.
So you might as well say that, are you married to a guy or are you just saying married? Because
which one is, you can't.
Married either way, because he's on the ring finger. Why would you put your bro's ring? Why would you put your bro's ring on your ring finger? That's ridiculous. What happened was he forgot, and he was videoing. You saw it, and he forgot to take it off.
Okay, but so in your head, I see the ring on your finger, and the first thing that come out your freaking mouth is that a man bought it for me.
What else is he gonna say? He gonna say a female? No, because he's gonna be like, "What female is this?"
I'd rather him say,
"Oh, my bro bought it.
Girl bought me this ring, and I just like it because it's red, and I just whatever." And
he could have said he bought himself. Why didn't he just say, "I bought myself this ring"?
That's a good line.
I don't want women to be, talking to me, so sometimes I wear it so they don't bother me. I don't know, something better than that.
Yeah, that's a good lie. I bought it for myself. That would have seemed more, reasonable than, hey, baby, my bro brought your bro.
It's retarded.
I
was like, are you kidding me? And I got him a bracelet. So your bro, you bought, first of all, why you buy your bro a bracelet? Like a woman? So, okay, then it's his male friend. Maybe it's still, either way it goes, it sounds like his partner. Whichever way you want to put it.
He got caught up in a lie.
Yeah. But that was a sorry lie.
Yeah, that was a sad one.
And you know what? Because it's so funny because when we first met, I had a ring on my finger and he asked me, was I married? And I said, no, I wear this to keep the crazies off, which don't work because, that's another line. Somebody says, hey, what's up? I said, I'm married. Oh, I am too. What they got to do with it? Like, so it don't always work. Right. But I do wear a ring on my ring finger because sometimes it's just like, don't.
So if you find somebody that you don't really trying to talk to you, you just can use that as the kind of
I don't even wear it no more. And I had a guy approach me the other day, and he was like, he was following me in Sam's Club, and it was really creepy because he kept everywhere I go, he was there. And finally, he came up and said, "Oh, I just got to ask, are you married?" I said, "Yes." I didn't have nothing on. I said, "Yeah, I am." I'm married. He's like, oh, I figured. Okay, thank you. Because you creepy. You can't be following people on Sam's Club for 15 minutes. That's just really creepy. But yeah, so I was really, I felt a certain kind of way about it, but I never said anything.
You never said nothing.
Like, is that what you think of me, that you can't even be honest? Like, honesty, I believe in being transparent. Like, if you married, because I don't mess with married men, so I don't do that. I'm not knocking anybody. It's just not my choice. And maybe men, I'm sure most men know that. And so he goes, well, I've been wearing it. You never seen it, because I always wear it. No, I've seen your hands bare before. You've never had a ring on that finger. So I don't know if you just got it or what's going on. And there's more to the story that would make you think like, oh shoot. But yeah, I was just really, really just disappointed that he told me that. Like, and so I just kind of shared this with Vixx, like, I feel a certain kind of way. And she was just like, oh no. So yeah.
Well, that's just a too obvious one there, though. So, which on that note, are we ready? Are we ready to?
We're in
play our game.
So, if you're listening and you're hearing my story, or you watch this later and you hear this, I want your input. What do you think? What should I say? I mean, I'm completely, I have a lot going on in my life, and I do want somebody in my life that's going to be in my life and be team honey and what I'm doing, and I can be team them, but I'm not in a rush to jump to just be with anybody. So I've shared this with this person, like, if you can't court me, and I want to be courted, and that's what I want. I think I'm worthy of that. And if you don't think I am, then that's fine. Carol said, bye. Yeah. And if you don't, I don't want to end the friendship though, because I think he's a nice guy, but maybe you're not the guy for me. And I've been single for a long time, so I'm not going to jump into anything. Right. I made that mistake before. I'm not going to jump into anything. And so God has blessed me tremendously. I know that he will bring that person into my life that's going to be that everything for me.
Exactly.
So I'm not going to jump in. And if you can't even take me out for a cup of coffee or get to know me, like, ain't nobody finna come and just, Dr. Ron Ford, you were hard on the home. You were hard on the homo. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ron Ford, another part of the Street News Now with Chris Bass and Lee Michaels. And it's the professor, it's Bishop, it's the doctor, it's the Bug Wild, and Mike Love. I remember everybody.
Wow.
So check that out Thursdays. Chris, what's the time on Thursdays on Facebook?
So on Facebook, it will be 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, and 6 p.m. on the West Coast.
Right. Trust me. I listen, and so I can listen to them, and then I can educate myself. So when I go out and talk, because I'm not very political. I'm not a political person. Right. But when I listen to them, I'm like, oh yeah, I know some stuff now. Yeah. So I listen to you guys. You guys are amazing. So Chris, out of everything that you do in the interviews that you have done, the one person, living or not living, that you can interview, who would that be?
That I have interviewed or want to interview?
That you want to interview. That one person that you want to interview, living or not living.
James Earl
Jones. Oh, James Earl Jones.
Earl Jones.
That's a good one.
That's been on my bucket list. I don't know if God will give me or give us the time to do it, but I've been linked to him since my voice changed. And so I said, man, it would be cool to have these two deep ass voices in an interview process. And, that's really on the list. And it may or may not happen, but just the fact that for me to be linked to him voice wise is greatness personified.
Mm-hmm.
That's the person I really want to interview.
Okay. You know what? I just caught on to this. I'm a little slow. Dr. Ron said you were hard on the homo. So he's saying he's a homo.
He's not getting that? Yeah. That's what he means.
I am just
Oh,
not.
you talking about which one? I thought you
No.
talking about the first one. So the guy, the band. Is that what you talking about? The one with the band, right?
I
Yeah.
was the guy with the band and the bro type stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That you
He
were
said,
hard.
he said you were hard
So
on
was
him.
I hard on him? How am I hard on
Yeah.
him?
How?
I need more,
Yeah.
Dr.
Feedback
Ron.
on that.
Doctor, I need more. So
Just
okay.
maybe he thinks he wasn't, but he called him a homo. So.
Yeah, he's
You got to clarify that because see, that sounds suspicious right there.
know what he
You
means.
were hard. I'm a homo.
You have to know Dr. Ron to know what he means.
He said
yes.
yes.
You have to know him. Yes. So okay, so James, which is a phenomenal, and we don't hear enough of those, people like James Earl Jones, and so many other great people with the voices. Like you do have that voice of a James Earl Jones.
And like I said, I'm just blessed to even be in the same category as him. He has been and I've admired him for years, even since I was a kid, before my voice changed, and to be in the same conversation with certain people. But people understand James Earl Jones is a stutterer.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You know how I found that out? Can I tell you real quickly?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
I am a huge fan of the Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
And they had him on an episode, and one of the characters, which is Sheldon Cooper, hung out with him. And he said, is it true that when you were young, you were a stutterer? And I thought, is this written into the script? But it's true. He was a stutterer.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like, was it Steve Harvey too that said he was a stutterer?
Steve Harvey's a stutterer as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dr. Ron said, men that wear bro rings from a man is a homo.
There you go.
I shall die. Okay.
Yeah. Homosexual.
I would be very hurt if I found out that was the case with him. But
he said he stays. Where's he at? He's roommating with who?
You're adding so much salt to the flame. You're adding. No, he real.
I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it alone.
You are so, sometimes you can't tell your sister nothing because she calls you out on stuff. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't want nobody to do it to me, so I better hush.
Okay, Chris. So you're on Street News now. None of the guys are available, but you. Give me, how many is it? It's 5 of you guys, right?
The show is called 6 Guys and You.
6 guys. Okay, so it's you.
Right.
Give me your 5 stand-in guests.
5 standing guests. We haven't had too many guests on the show for that program. We need to get more guests. I mean, as a Street News Now team,
if you have an
individual
opportunity to get, let me rephrase the question.
Yeah,
I'm
go
very sorry.
Oh, sure.
Here you are putting the show together. Now you need 5 co-hosts. So you get to go out and pick your 5 co-hosts. Again, living or alive.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Who would be your 5 co-hosts on that show?
5 guests is what you're saying.
Guests, yeah.
Okay. Cicely Tyson.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Malcolm X.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
I'd also go with Harry Belafonte.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Those are good ones.
I'll also go with, I got 2 more. Let's see. I'll go with Princess Diana.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And number 5 will probably be, I'm going to go with Representative John Lewis.
Oh, wait, John Lewis.
Yeah, he passed away. He was representative of Georgia.
Yeah, he just recently died.
Yeah, he died last
Not
year.
recently, but last year, I think, right? Okay.
So I'm curious about Princess Diana, though.
Well, the fact that to go against history of the hierarchy there of the British folklore and the family, and to never be accepted, really, even though he married, Prince Charles married her, it's there was always a fight between her and the establishment of the Queen Mother and stuff like that. I would have loved to interview her to get her take on that.
Right.
That was not fair to her and her sons and the whole thing in general. This man pursued her.
Yes.
Being Prince Charles. So that dynamic will work on you. Even after she passed away and she was, killed in the car crash, it took months for the Queen to come out to even talk about it.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, from what I understand, and I have no idea, don't know why for the life of me, that Prince Charles would rather deal with the horse than Princess Diana. I mean, not the what's her
He
name?
brought Camilla.
Camilla.
Did you really just say that?
That heifer like a damn horse.
She got the teeth.
I heard she freaky though. I heard she freaky.
Where you hear it from? Where you hear
If
this
that's
from?
the case, and that's it. Yeah, there you go.
That's it.
I
Right,
heard
that has
she's
to be.
freaky.
Where you?
That's
my
that
God.
older woman syndrome. I heard she's freaky.
Where'd you hear
Because
this from?
Princess Diana was a beautiful.
Yeah,
she
she
was
was.
elegant. She was, you know, and
Which
she's
is
so
crazy.
much like her son, like Prince Harry.
Mhm.
Which I'm a little disappointed in that he walked away from all of his. I get some of it, but I feel like Meghan Markle, and this is my opinion,
Mhm.
you knew exactly she claimed not to know about the whole, you know, what was going on over there. But
Probably
you
didn't know it was that.
She freaking Googled him. If I came to you right now and said, hey, so everybody knows that I'm a huge NASCAR fan. Real quickly, shout out to Chase Briscoe for winning today in Phoenix. He races for Tony Stewart and the whole SR, you know, whatever. I know I'm in the NASCAR. That's my thing. But if I came to you and said, hey, I got a NASCAR driver that I want you to meet, you're going to Google him because he's famous.
Okay, so wait, what are you saying that she
So
said
she
didn't know
Googled,
that?
she knew who the hell Prince Harry was. She knew what he came from. She knew what he represented.
Okay.
And then she wanted this big old wedding, and the queen gave in to every demand that she had.
Well, wait a
Every
minute.
freaking demand that she had, and gave her the most. I watched that wedding twice.
So what are you?
And then after she's married, now all of a sudden she can't deal with it. She got to come back to LA, and then they step away from their you know, from their royal duties, and I don't agree with that.
Well, I'm just thinking sometimes people can have a dream of what something's going to be, but when you're living it every single day of your life, you kind of thinking, oh, wait a minute, this is the rest of my life. It's not just like going to happen for a month or two. This is like, I don't know. I wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you
got to think about that.
You're right, but
whole heritage.
but I mean, I didn't. Yeah, I mean, it
First
is.
of all, if
But he
I
has a choice too. He has a
the
choice.
black women, I would have been up in England a long damn time ago. I'd have been the damn.
Maybe that's where we need to go.
Because right now, y'all be talking to a prince, bitch. Call me your royal highness. While you, I'm gonna wear that crown well, bitch. I am the princess of England or whatever, and.
But we don't know too what all it entails.
I don't agree with it. But
and he married her. He knew where she came from too. He knew that too.
Yeah, but she's the one that had an issue with it. She had an issue with it. I know, Dr. Ron, she's still black, but you knew what you were getting into, and now you've taken him away, and you brought him to the hood.
Took him away.
He don't know how to handle the hood.
He wanted to go.
I don't know.
Like he ain't got no kind of sense. They had an interview with the two of them, and he sounds like he knows exactly what he wants to do. Just like his mother, he had his own, you know, his own personality. They wanted. No.
He should have married me. We'd be having tea right damn now. Bitch, we're having tea with a little cognac in it or whatever.
Whatever we got to do to crown.
Well, I'll be wearing that crown well, bitch. Call me your royal.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have stepped down and all that. That might have been a little extra, but yeah.
The Queen of UK don't like blacks. I don't know though. I feel like she gave in a lot, and I don't know. I mean,
believe me, if the Queen was to say no,
well, you know what? She stood up for Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg came out recently and said that they were trying to ban him from being over there, and she came out and said no, he needs to come. Like when he was going through that murder thing, remember some years ago, he was up on.
I mean, do you think? What do you think, Chris? Do you think that's the case that she?
It wouldn't surprise me because with certain people of a certain generation in particular, they want to so-called keep the bloodline pure. And even though their bloodline is mixed with everybody, they can't come out and say that.
Right.
We learned from Brickerton, which was obviously, I think, was a good history lesson because we walk as black folk all over the place. And people from a certain Africa part, we're all over the universe. So we've been written out of history for years. So when you hear about, for example, cowboys, that was also geared towards black cowmen who worked on ranches and go and wrestle that cowboy. And all of a sudden, Hollywood gets a hold of it and then changes those into a whole knight in shining armor type thing. So our history has always been diluted by somebody else. And so now that we see this happening and unfolding, that we realize that we've been a part of history, but with certain people want to keep the so-called image of purity. And the same can be said for the Queen Mother and, you know, Queen Elizabeth, everybody involved in that.
So saying that, I'm saying if she was against it, she wouldn't have let them get married. I mean, wouldn't it? You said they gave, you know what I'm saying?
Well, so what
Unless
she
she's
did give
trying
us
to
a
be more
history lesson
liberal.
on is back in the day, Queen Charlotte, back in the 18th, was black. And that's what she said in the movie, that there really was a black queen back in the day. But here's what I thought, and maybe I'm just that girl from the hood, but I wouldn't have let them run me out of England. I would have been like, yeah, bitch, this black bitch is here. I'm a princess, and I'm finna roll with this stuff, and I'm finna be wearing all my shit, and I'm here. The black princess is here to stay. I'm not gonna leave. But that's just my opinion. But I can imagine like how hectic it can possibly get. But you know, I feel like she knew. And so wait, where are we seeing the queen? Wait a minute. Didn't they attend? So Prince Harry attended the Super Bowl, but Meghan wasn't there. So I think Prince Harry just wants to, you know, I think he just likes. Wait, my cousin said Snoop gave her a blunt. I'm over. I'm done. I'm so done. She probably do get high. Who knows? She got to be 200 years old. And she's still ruling. And I think that England is probably, you know, not feeling the fact that Charles is going to take over. I think they wanted William to take over. And so I think there's a lot of stuff going on there. But I mean, you know, that's just my opinion. I would have stayed and rode that off. I would have rode that horse until I couldn't ride it again. No pun intended, but so I would have did it. But you know, okay, guys, are we ready?
Yes.
Are we ready? Never have I ever. We're gonna play a round of Never Have I Ever. Here's how we play this game, guys. We're going to say something. Each person on the panel is going to say something. And if you've done it, you take a shot. If you're out there, play along with us, get you something to drink. We're going to throw out some stuff. And if you've done it before, you take a shot. If you haven't done it, you can. So I need everybody to fill their shot glasses up. Mine says naughty. And as we're playing,
I got mine pre-poured here.
Chris, you got something to drink?
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'll still rock and roll with my beer.
Okay, what kind of beer are you drinking?
I'm drinking Lagunitas Little Something Something.
So where is that from? I've never heard of it.
It's actually the brewery's in two places, one in California and one here in Chicago.
Okay. Okay.
Great IPA. This is like what? This is 7.5 alcohol volume. I always need a high alcohol volume to get me going. So, Skull.
So you're gonna drink like half a glass for a shot?
I'll be taking sips as we go along. Yes.
Okay, so Street News Now says, were the guys that beat him up charged with anything? The thing. Somebody's been sipping on something, but so were the two brothers charged with anything, Chris?
They were charged, but not as much, of course, as Jussie Smollett. Now, you know, they cut some deals because they were the one helping the authorities in getting the evidence against Smollett.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. G says, damn, I don't watch the news, so I don't know what's going on. There's so much going on, G. So much that we don't even, you know, we just let it go. So, okay. Vixx, start.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Never have I ever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. Smelled my undies while I'm on the toilet.
I need water.
Okay. Chris.
All right, Chris.
Man, I can't come behind that one. Jeez.
Oh, my God. I'm gonna be drunk.
Never have I ever taken a car without permission.
Oh, I never done that. I never done that.
Come on, y'all,
Good
honey.
girl. All right, I have one. So Chris, Chris, on this one,
Mm-hmm.
you probably haven't did it, but has it been done?
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Huh?
Well,
So if it's been done before, you take a drink.
Okay.
I know for a fact that you haven't done it.
Okay. But
Okay.
maybe it was done to me. Okay. Please.
But maybe it's been done that you've whatever. So this is again what happens in the closet stays in the closet, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Never have I ever did a coochie fart after sex. Stop lying. Stop lying.
Oh, I
Queen-
got drink it
Queen
too.
like
So
Queen.
you drink the other one too then. So
I
wait a
drink
minute.
it. You have to
Everybody
drink.
drinks
Everybody
it.
has to drink.
Yeah.
Oh, so you drank the undies too then. So you
I did it.
She just
Yeah.
did. Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
You have to be trying to act like she don't know shit.
Oh,
Going back to what you just said, yeah, there's one lady I was with. I
oh,
named her La Quifa.
La Quifa?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Never have I ever.
Okay.
I'll make it easy. Peed in the shower.
Oh, that's Dr. Ron Ford said. Repeat that. Repeat what? The coochie fart. Who gonna say they never have gave an uncircumcised bleed? I never gave an Never have I ever gave an uncircumcised blowjob. Nope.
So that is it a drink or not a drink?
If
Never
you've done
have
it before,
not.
have you ever gave a
Or
blowjob
have.
to somebody that's not?
Oh.
Chris, we know you didn't.
No, but the uncircumcised, guys need love too now.
But Chris, you never had the saggy. You never did the saggy.
What we call a rooster lips?
Rooster lips.
No, Lord.
So no.
Mm.
Okay, so what was yours, Vixx?
Sorry.
What did you just say?
I said pee in the shower. I took my drink.
Yeah, I did. I peed in the shower before.
Okay. All right.
I think I've done everything. Okay. Oh, this is bad. Let me pour. Chris, you probably can't drink to this one, but we're going to give you one. Never have I ever been making out with a guy and realized his penis was too small and got up and left.
No, just damn, both of y'all.
So let me explain. I was younger.
What was the excuse?
This guy, we had been seeing each other for a long time, and so we went out to dinner, we went out and everything, and we were kind of making out. You know how guys get like they're grinding on you. You know, people don't do that no more, but they're grinding on you. And I was like, I don't feel shit. Like nothing is. I don't feel anything. And so he got up and he took his pants off. He had on boxers. And he was like, I'm ready. I'm so excited. I'm, through that boxer hole. You know, the hole in your boxers? Like, I didn't see shit. I'm like,
you sure it was a guy?
No, it was a guy. So me and my cousin named him Pencil Dick because I'm sorry, but yeah, I was like, oh, I got it. And I was young then, so I had no I didn't care. I was like, boy, bye. I got my little patent leather pocketbook and got the hell up out of there. I'm not gonna wait. Bye.
Oh my God.
Bye. Okay, Chris.
Oh, help. Never have I ever had sex with a girl in the back of the car and got busted by the police.
Oh, it wasn't a girl, but it was a guy.
You got busted by the police, Vixx?
Mm-hmm.
And what happened?
I was younger. And I was under 18, but they make sure you got your shoes on, all this weird stuff because you're
you never told
me
this.
I forgot about it until you just said that. I think I was like 15.
Ooh, you little hoochie, you.
Yeah. just a little bit. It was actually kind of like my boyfriend. It wasn't like he was just some guy, but he was much older than me. He's like 19. I was like 15. Yeah.
I've never got busted by the police.
We always at the park and all that little weird stuff. Yeah.
G said, LOL, he had a clit. G, who had a clit? What are you talking about? I'm lost.
He had a.
The guy with the boxer shorts you didn't see him.
That's what I say.
Oh, yeah. He has something.
Girl.
I ain't wasting my time on no bullshit. And now I'm about to be 54. You better come with some shit or you're going to get your feelings hurt. You're going to get your feelings hurt. Sorry, boo. But, okay. So whose turn is it? Vixx. Let's do another one.
Okay, I'll make it easy. Never have I ever had sex while driving a moving vehicle.
Never have I ever had. No, I haven't. Not a driving vehicle.
Driving vehicle, yeah.
Chris, you haven't? Vixx is dangerous, ain't she?
No,
I was young. This was young stuff. Yeah.
Whose turn? Is it my turn?
Yes, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna take it away from sex.
Good.
Never. He said good. Never have I ever ran from school police.
Oh, wait, school police? What'd you do?
School police.
You did do this, of course.
So wait. First, let me take my shot because I have ran from school police on many occasions. So I went to Washington Preparatory High School, West Side, in LA, and our school was patrolled by Lenox Sheriff. And we used to ditch a lot and, go outside. We would do lunch, and then after lunch, it was fifth period, and we would leave school and go to this little hot dog place. They had the best chili cheese dogs. And we had a clique called the Lokes. It was me, my cousin Kim, our homegirl Coco, Carlene, all these people. And we would I'm gonna be fucked up after this.
Oh, he's drinking.
We all are.
That's why we can't do too many of these.
We would leave school. So this one particular day, we were coming back after it was the beginning of sixth period, and so we decided we're gonna go back and go to sixth period. And Lenox Sheriff was outside the school. So we had one of the Lenox Sheriff name was Darton. Darton knew us, right? We were called the Lokes. Our little clique was called the Lokes. So we ran and we seen Lenox Sheriff. So we ran and hopped the fence and went back into the school. And so one of our security inside the school name was Mr. Gonzalez, a Mexican guy, fine ass Mexican man. And so we literally went to the security door, knocked on the door and said, Lenox Sheriff is chasing us. Like, can we come in? He was like, yeah, come on in. Come on, okay. Like, what did y'all do? Like, we just went, whatever, and went and had hot dogs after lunch. And they would look out for us because we was like a popular little clique at Washington Preparatory High School. So Lenox Sheriff was all over, like, we're looking for 4 young ladies, whatever. And let me tell you something. Back in the day, I used to be able to climb on a fence. You know how you see people, like, you hop on the fence and you just take your whole body over and hop down. I was a thug, right? So we had one security guard name was Kool-Aid. And he came like, we're looking for 4 girls that, we're looking for 4 suspects that came onto the campus and whatever. And he came into the security office and he seen us and he was like, everybody was Kimmy Loke, Val Loke, whatever. Our name was Lokes. We was called the Lokes. And he said, wait a minute, was it y'all? We was like, yeah, it's us. So then they just kind of like calmed it down. So Darton, who was one of the head, he would wear a suit. So he was actually Lenox Sheriff. He came in there and he was like, it's y'all. And I'm like, yes, yeah, us. Like, it's us. And they just kind of like called it off. And we just hung out in the air for 6th period.
Troublemaker.
Let me tell you something. I'm not proud of it, but I was super bad in school. So
I
was too.
I was bad.
I wasn't too bad. I did ditch a lot though.
Yeah,
I think everybody.
I used to ditch a lot, and I did. I really was a knucklehead in high school. I really was.
Yeah, I used to get into it with my teachers and just kind of a brat.
Have you ever? So let's just make this quick. Have you ever had a one-night stand?
Damn. Yeah.
Drink. You gotta have a drink. Nice drink. I'm trying to think.
So here's the
Actually,
thing.
one night stand means it's only done once and that's it. You don't
One
talk
and that's
no
it.
more.
Once and that's it.
No. Have you ever pictured your boss naked?
So I tried. Let me go back. I tried to have a one night stand with my god
You
sister.
tried?
Married.
Okay.
And there was this guy. He was so freaking sexy and chocolate. I'm like, I'm gonna have a one night stand. And my cousin was like, I'm gonna hook this up. And it wasn't a one night. It became like more.
That's what I'm saying. Not.
So it wasn't a one night stand. So yeah. Chris, no.
I had a one night stand once. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I just drank.
Yeah, he drank. See.
Just drink. So fantasies. So let's just kind of take. So one of mine was, had you ever had sex in Victoria's Secrets? One of my fantasies to like, be with someone and be like, you know what? I need another bra size. Can you bring it to me? He brings it to me and we have sex in Victoria's Secret's dressing room. That's a fantasy though.
So you didn't do it though.
I haven't done it, but I'm looking forward to doing it before I get too damn old. What happened? Okay, so G says, I'm drunk. My cousin G says, I'm drunk now. Okay, G, me too. And then Dr. Ron Ford says, you all.
Don't bring him into
Dr.
it.
Ron, give
Don't
us
do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Dr. Ron, give us something. Never have
he said
I
what's your
ever.
mind. I want to hear what he got to say. Yeah.
Give us something.
I warned you.
He said,
I warned the both of you. Now you gonna bring this motherfucker in. I'm telling you. I know the motherfucker for too long. You bring him in. I gave you the warning. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. I'm gonna drink into that shit because y'all.
So while we're waiting for Dr. Ron's Never Have I Ever, Chris.
Lord have mercy.
Back to you.
Yep.
I want to know your high point and your low point in broadcasting.
Let's go to the low point. So I mentioned in the conversation about being on listening to WGCI AM, a guy named Ty Wansley was my mentor. And I got on the radio station as an internship, talking to the management guy named Michael Watkins, who was my program director. And so he brought me in, and one of the first guests I ever had on was my professor, Dr. Graham of African American Studies. So I walked in, I said, man, I'm going to ask him 5 questions. I'm going to go in and, do this. And the show was for an hour. We each had an hour. Each of us interns had an hour on the weekends, like midnight. Oh, Lord, that's going to do the conversation. So let's go back to noon to 6 p.m. Everybody had an hour. I had the last hour at 5 o'clock. So I go in, 5 questions. I'm going to knock it out. Dr. Graham asked him a question. He knocked out all my 5 questions in 2 minutes.
Oh, shoot. Wow.
And I was stuck. And I was like Ralph Cramden from the Honeymoons. I'm stuttering and stammering and shit like that.
Oh, wow.
He takes my notepad and takes his pen and wrote down a question for me to ask him. And it was so embarrassing, but it was humbling because I was like 21, 22, thought I was going to be something. I didn't know anything yet. And it humbled me completely. So when that happened, the professor and me had lunch afterwards. I said, Professor, I'm so sorry. No, that's all right. You're going to be all right one day, just everything else. And that was my lowest point in radio. Wow. My highest point in radio has to be a consistent number of guests when you find out that what you do, you got it. And what I mean by that is you got your personality, you got your cadence, you got your rhythm, you got your timing. And so once you get that and keep going, everything falls into place. And the 22-year-old that fucked up back then never happened again. So that's my high points.
Wow.
Good takeaway, yeah.
Dr. Ron says, ladies, have you ever done nude pictures?
Let's ask Dr. Ron, has he done nude pictures?
Have you ever done nude pictures? Yeah. Have I ever done nude pictures? So Dr. Ron, okay, so not completely nude, but I've done like booby pictures.
Take your drink.
Oh, so take a drink? Okay, let me take
What
a drink.
what about Dr. Ron?
He's gonna hijack this whole damn show. Anything sex wise. I
We're
get
only going
this
one
is
more
Yes.
round anyway.
see. This is what you do. See. Look, when we do the show, for example, back on Street News Now, he'll lean back. If anybody on the topic, he'll lean back on saying thing. So I mentioned about sex, boobs, ass. He'll do just like this. He's like rising the goddamn dead. And so this is his lane. So you go ahead. I'm just telling you, I warned you, but yeah, you're gonna get the nasty.
So G said green door. G, explain that. I don't know what that means. Carol says Dr. Ron, new pics on phone that was sent to someone. So I dated a guy, and Vixx knows this, that lived in New York. We named him New York, and I've sent him some nude pics before. Because he lived in New York, I was here, and it was long distance, and I trusted him, and I know that he would never share those. I completely trusted him. Whatever. Dr. Ron says yes. So yeah, I have done that before.
So he says yes, he has too. Is that what you're saying?
Is that what you're saying, Dr. Ron? You've done nude pics before too? Like, what's going on?
He said
So nude pics on phone. But yeah.
We got one more to round and
what happens green door in Vegas? What does that mean? Green
Is it a
door?
place? Is that a place?
Dr. Ron, you got to tell us more. We're not that bright. Come on, help us. What does yes mean?
You say yes, he did the
tell
pic.
us. Yes,
He
so
did the
you
pic.
sent nude. G says green door is a response to Dr. Ron's
To a
question.
swinger party.
To a swinger. Have you ever been to a swingers party? No, I don't know. I don't
Who
believe
been to a swinger party, Chris? You been?
I don't believe in swinging.
No.
I don't swing.
You might have just went to the party.
I don't swing. Sorry.
Okay.
I do not swing. No.
But
sorry.
it says Dr. Green, in response to Dr. Green's question, have you ever been to a swinger party?
Have you ever been to a swingers party, Chris?
Nope.
Vixx?
No.
Me either.
That would be interesting. Imagine.
Scared of
That'd
that.
be some crazy. Yeah, that'd be a little scary.
I'm
You know,
gonna-
they have them resorts. Isn't that weird? They have those resorts where people go to, and they have like it's a whole with all these glass patio doors. Really, like there's a whole little resort, and then all these people are having sex in these. And you walk. I haven't been there, but I'm just saying I've heard about it. Like when you remember they used to have HBO. What was that HBO channel? And they had all that weird stuff.
Real
on
sex.
Yeah. And they were showing how they would have people go into these places and they would have all those little windows, like patio doors. They'd watch them. It's crazy.
That's right.
People are crazy.
They do.
I am cool.
Fetishes and toes.
Dr. Ron Forrest says green door is in Vegas.
Hey, honey, Chris, have you ever, never have I ever, I'll say, suck somebody's toes?
Hell, the motherfucking no.
Had your toes sucked?
As Chris,
Yes.
as the
Yes.
bitch would say, goddamn
Chris, have you never ever, Chris? Never ever? Look, is he gonna drink? He's gonna
I think
drink.
it's a man's
He
thing.
drank.
I think it's a man's thing to suck a woman's
because that'd
toes.
be kind of gross for us
But
girls.
do women
ladies to
suck
do it.
men's toes? Like, no.
Let me say
Okay.
I should have said, have you ever had them?
let me say the following. Not all women's toes get that attention.
Are worthy.
Hell no.
Some women's toes, no offense, look like pterodactyl feet. And they need to really work on their pedicure game. I mean, they launch hooks, nails, no scraping off, especially in the summertime, depending on where you live at. You get women with flip-flops on, you see sparks on the sidewalk when they walk. It is goddamn disgusting. So no, not everybody gets the attention, but you will kiss a woman's foot or something like that. Yeah, it has to be a good-looking foot.
Yeah, men do that. Women, it'll be kind of creepy.
Okay, I have a question. Celebrity crushes. Do you have wait? Never have I ever been skinny dipping in a public place.
Oh.
Have you, Vixx? You little naughty little demon, you.
I did live in some apartments when I was young, and I did, yeah.
Dr. Ron Ford said, I'm done. I will quit. Don't quit. Dr. Ron Ford, celebrity crushes, G Money's, C-Lo, celebrity crushes.
Pam Grier. Pam
this
Grier.
day, Pam Grier. Okay.
To this day, Pam Grier made a man out of me. When I was a
Okay.
mirror, you going to the movies back in the day, you usually go with your guys and stuff like that, but every Saturday, and they would show like the Pam Grier Film Fest, like 3 movies in a row. I went by myself. I didn't want to share nobody with Pam but me. So I would go to the show, get my popcorn and eats and everything else, and sit up front, which was crazy. Probably when I got quick in my neck now. Look up at Pam Grier and her breasts and everything else.
Wow.
Like years old, because that's the only action you're going to get is look at Pam Grier movies, because you know she's going to show them. So Pam Grier, yes, first and foremost.
Celebrity crush, Vixx.
I don't really have a crush. I don't really have one. I like a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have one. Not specifically.
Okay.
Sorry.
Dr. Ron Ford says Halle Berry.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So
T-Boz.
G Money says T-Boz.
Oh really? And all in Vogue. Of course. Yeah, they.
Okay. So I have a celebrity crush. I have a couple.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It used to be 50 Cent. 50
really?
Cent,
It's not 50 Cent?
Oh, woo, child, him on. I love arms. So 50 Cent, but I feel like he would get me beat up. And so you guys know I'm a huge NASCAR driver. So it changes. So my long-term celebrity crush was Dale Earnhardt Jr., but he got married. So now it's Denny Hamlin. I like the fact. Oh yeah. I feel like I can just, I won't say what I could feel like I can do, but Denny Hamlin and then Dr. Dre. But Dr. Dre, I've met him before. We had the same last name, so we probably could just go ahead and make it official. Jed Burrett says shake and bake. What does that mean? We're not that bright, Jed, on the closet, so we don't know what that
what's up, Jed?
So yeah, Denny Hamlin, though, because I'm a huge NASCAR. I like anybody who drives fast. And so Denny Hamlin is probably my new celebrity crush, as well as Dr. Dre. Yeah.
I might say Tom Hardy.
Old school.
Maybe Michael B.
Who's Michael B?
Jordan, of course.
So Michael Jordan. So here's
Michael B. Jordan.
Here's the thing. Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan are owners of a new NASCAR team called Team.
Oh, really?
2311 Racing, which hosts Bubba Wallace, who's a black NASCAR driver.
Oh, wow.
So we could literally go out together with Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin, and make it happen. So let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that'll work. Keep it in the family, Let's do it. Let's see what C-Loke says. MBJ, yes. What is
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael Jordan?
Oh, Michael B. Jordan, yes.
Michael B. Michael B. Jordan.
That's what I said. I said Michael B. Jordan.
She said right, because Vixx said
you said Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah.
The actor,
I said Michael Jordan.
I thought you said Michael Jordan. Okay.
The actor.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know about that.
That's my crush.
He said, y'all. Okay, I'm cool. He's cute, but he's just. I feel like I can run over him, Michael B. Jordan. I can run over him.
He's my crush.
No, I like him. He's cute. He's very nice. I like him. He's
I like Tom Hardy. I said Tom Hardy. I'm trying.
Oh, the actor Tom Hardy is so dope. Like, he's not my crush, but he's a freaking good actor.
He really
he is a good actor. He is.
He's a good actor.
Now we talk about
I like some of his movies. Yeah.
Crushes back in the day. TV. Victoria Principal.
Oh, I remember her.
Dallas.
Dallas.
I got you. Oh, so I was a big J.R. Ewing. Like, I could do, J.R. Ewing. Even when we go back to
J.R. Oh, that's
what he did back in the day. I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah. I like him more in Dallas, though. I mean, because he was rugged. He was mean.
J.R. Ewing was another freaker, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love talking about old school crushes, like from television, like back in the day when you were a kid. Oh, look, Dynasty.
Yeah.
Linda Evans.
Isn't that funny? Oh my God. I was into the Dukes of Hazzard for a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, I used to love the Dukes of Hazzards. I like the dark haired one.
I like the blonde one.
Okay, so we're cool. Yeah. We wouldn't be fighting each other.
Right.
This has been amazing, guys. I am like we are like we're 39 minutes over.
Yeah.
But it's been amazing. Chris, I completely love you. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Yes, thank you.
Now, so we're a little buzzed. Hey, listen, what happens in the closet stays in the closet. So if you're tuned in, thank you for going. Chris, any last words? Anything you want to say?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on. You and Vixx, it's been a lot of fun, a lot of great conversation, and to get people going in the comment section is what you do best. So all I have to say to both of you, you're off to a very good start on your program. Have many good shows in the future, and anything I can do to help you in furthering your cause, you know I'm a phone call away.
Yes, thank you. That's great. Yeah,
Chris.
Love you more.
Chris, like you know, I love you a million times over. I thank you for all the help that you've always given me. I know I'm still a student at this craft. I hope that one day that I could possibly stand in the shoes of you and Lee Michaels. Lee Michaels is amazing. I love Lee Michaels. Like he is the godfather of radio, and you are the grand Puba of radio.
Talk radio, that's right.
Talk radio, exactly. I thank you for always being there for me and teaching me and being honest with me when on my growth in this business. I feel like as much as I want to succeed in it, I want to do it for you guys to say, job well done. That is the absolute best compliment that I can get from you and Lee Michaels is job well done. Thank you for coming. We want you on anytime.
Thank you. I will be.
Sure, yeah.
I'm already there.
Joining us.
And real quick, before we get to Vixx, because I've known you from where you were to where you are now, job well done.
So Chris has known me when I first started over at the Power Voices. Shout out to that program, and I hope that one day they will come back because COVID has messed up a lot of things. But I feel very privileged to be able to speak to you and Lee Michaels at any given time and ask questions and get the answers that I need to the questions that I have. And I know Honey's Closet is a little different, but I feel like it's fun and people enjoy it. And so hopefully one day we will be back where we were at a few years ago. So thank you again for always being there for me. I love you so much. And if anything that I can ever do for you, please reach out. I'm sure that I don't even feel like I stand at that table of where you guys can be. Wait, who's okay? Jed Barrett says new convert. What does that mean? Chris, help me.
Well, probably because of the fact that I acknowledged you just now about, being in that type of conversation because you're on your way. I'm not just saying because I know you. I've seen your growth and I've seen your improvements. I've seen where you went to the lab and cut and paste and were able to get back on track. Because as you know, I'm on record. I would tune into your show. I think was it Tuesday nights, I believe it was the day.
Yeah, it used to be Tuesday nights. Yeah.
I would always be in the comment section. I would always make my time to check out your program. So the fact that you're back, that's a whole new chapter in the Honey Closet situation.
Thank you so much. And so number one Vixx fan. Jed Barrett. Vixx has a fan.
It was probably a certain penis comment that Vixx made.
Is it a penis comment? Okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
Well, you know what? We're here every Sunday, 7 p.m. Please tune in, share, let everybody know that we're back. Honey's Closet is back open and featuring Vixx and Honey. And Chris, please come back and visit us again and join the closet and have some drinks with us. Thank you so much. So until next week, we love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. God bless, and always stand for something, because you'll fall. If not, you'll fall for anything.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.